today's Help TV, we're celebrating Black History Month with the beautiful sounds of the Brett Miles Quartet.
We're looking at the sculpture of Zimbabwean sculptor Shumba Ash representing Shona culture as part of the 5 Artists One Love show at the 2 Gallery. And we're also going to have painters, a variety of artists from that show. And we're going to have Siani and Saliwa of the Council of Canadians of African and Caribbean Heritage to discuss Afro Quiz. Welcome to the show today.
Welcome to Help TV.
So this is a fun show because here's the month that we celebrate that is in which African Canadians look at thousands of years of history from diverse cultures, 54 countries on the continent, plus the Caribbean, North and South America and beyond. So we got all kinds of stuff today, some music and stuff like that. So I think this is, and the nice thing about this month is that it's for everybody, whatever your background is.
Yeah, exactly. What's your favorite part of Black History Month?
Yeah, well, you know what? I really love seeing so many people come out to celebrate so many exciting things. So even though I like seeing the shows, I like the movies that are shown, I love the food and the awards and all that, it's just nice seeing people get together to celebrate culture. That is really nice.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. So, all month long there are events, and you can go to the website of Help TV, which is helptv.ca, and there's a whole bunch of links. So check out all those, find out stuff, and no matter what, there's something out there for you.
Excellent.
Okay, thanks a lot, Jenny. All right, so right now I am joined by Siani and Saliwa of the Council of Canadians of African and Caribbean Heritage, as well as Darren Jordan, who is from the, who's actually the curator of the art show 5 Artists One Love, which is at the 2 Gallery this month and until March 8th. And Darren, let me begin by asking you, what made you put this art show together?
I've been in Canada for most of my life. I've always been interested in art. But I've never ever seen a venue that showcases black artists, primarily local black artists. So I thought it was high time to do something like that. And what better venue than the month of African History Month?
Good for you. Okay, well, thank you very much. We're going to see, and we've got some of your artwork right behind us, including this beauty right here, and we're going to see more of your work later on. And Siani, tell me, what is Afro Quiz and why was it created?
Well, Afro Quiz is a quiz competition that's actually modeled after Jeopardy, the popular TV show.
Right, Jeopardy with Alex Trebek.
That's exactly right. And it is a quiz competition that is celebrating African History Month again as well. And what we do is showcase African history and black history in general and ask questions about African history, and then we get kids to learn something from that, which is a big thing about Afro Quiz.
And they can actually get prizes, right?
Oh yeah, most definitely. As a matter of fact, this year we're looking to get prizes that will include a laptop, we're looking to include iPods in there, and of course books, which is a really great way of passing on African history, and that's exactly what we're going to do with this show.
Okay, well, we're going to find out more about the quiz, how people can get involved, and also about the 5 Artists One Love show. But right now, we're going to go to Jenny with the Brett Miles Band.
My guest is Brett Miles and the Brett Miles Quartet, and thank you so much for coming in today.
Thanks for having us.
Tell me a little bit about the quartet you guys have here.
It's a very exciting band of mine. We play original music and a lot of improvising, a lot of energy, a lot of positive energy.
Yeah, it sounds very positive. I can't wait for you guys at home to hear it. Why don't you introduce the guys in the band for me first?
This is my brother here, James Carson, on the keyboards. This is my other brother here, Tom Bennett, on the drums. This is my other brother over here, Tom Golub, on the bass.
Excellent.
We're all big family.
You're all big family.
Yeah,
That's good.
yeah,
That's good. Well, you talk about improvisation, especially in jazz music. How does that work exactly? Do they follow your lead, or do you each take turns when you're creating the music?
It's a combination of all those things. It's like everyone's ears are wide open and they're listening to me because I'm like the lead player. They kind of follow along with me.
Yeah.
And then we just listen. Everyone listens and just hops on other people's ideas and things, yeah.
Right, exactly. It probably has a big part, too, of being a family, like you said, and just kind of knowing each other, knowing your styles, and being able to feel, just like when you're having a conversation with someone.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
it's exactly that.
And you've been playing music in Edmonton for about 25 years, and you've dabbled in this and you've dabbled in that, but why have you stuck with jazz for all these years?
Well, I found that jazz is just the root of every other music. It's like the bass root, like Africa is the root to all of mankind, just like jazz is like the root to all like Western music that we like pop and rock and funk and reggae, and I think it's all comes back to jazz.
Excellent. Well, we're going to hear some fabulous music throughout the show today. We've got some great information on Black History Month, and you're going to want to stick with us for more after the break.
remember everything that's happened in the past. If we don't remember what's happened in the past, it can happen again. So long as we keep that in focus, that what's important about what went wrong and what went good in Black history, then those things can be, the good stuff can be repeated and the bad stuff cannot.
I think it's important for Black people to know that their people have made contributions to society and so on, and for other people to be aware that there have been a lot of Black people through history that maybe haven't got the same notoriety of other people. Yeah.
Same reason we celebrate anything, really, just to bring awareness to the subject. And I mean, I know there's a lot of people who don't know a lot about the African Americans and their culture, and it's important to know what you can about all the cultures you can.
Welcome back to Help TV, and you're having a look right there at the mbira, which is also called thumb piano from Zimbabwe. And here we are in the month in which African Canadians and everybody else celebrates thousands of years of various African histories. And we were talking on the break a little bit about the importance of the month.
Yeah, and the last guy there in the streeters there, he kind of stole my answer.
Oh.
I just think it's really important to celebrate all sorts of cultures and races and ethnicities and everything, because then you gain an understanding for what other people are going through, what they're thinking, what their history is, you know, the way that they celebrate dinner. And how boring would it be if there was only one thing to learn, you know?
Yes. Yeah, what a good point. And you've actually made that part of your life, because you've traveled to so many places and you've studied about other cultures.
Oh, I always find it fascinating.
Yeah. Well, good lesson.
Okay,
thanks a lot. Okay, so we're back right now with Siani and Saliwa of the Council of Canadians of African and Caribbean Heritage. And you are involved, and you've been involved for many years with AfroQuiz. In fact, how long have you been involved?
Well, actually, I started up with AfroQuiz back in 94, 95, I believe, because AfroQuiz has been around for, this is going to be the 17th year that we're doing AfroQuiz.
17th year?
Yes, it's been around for 17 years. And I've been around for probably about 15 of those years. I came around 93, and I first got involved in 94 of that year.
Right. Now, you were from Malawi. Now,
yes.
You came immediately and just got involved right away?
Yes. As a matter of fact, well, I was at the library at the time, and I remember one of the girls that was involved, Vanessa, her name is, she came and asked me if I want to get involved, and I went downstairs, and that was it. Since then, I've been involved every year of AfroQuiz.
Right. Now tell me about some of the things that the kids and the teens and even the university students are involved. What are some of the things that they learn in order to compete?
Well, the quiz competition is divided up in categories, and there's different questions for different categories. We ask about geography, we ask about history, we ask about science. A lot of people maybe out there don't know that there's a lot of Black history or Black people that were involved in inventions. So science is something that we focus on. Current events is also another one that we focus on. The current events in Kenya is something that we're going to be asking questions about. And so there's a wide range of things that people are going to be interested to hear when we host the competition.
Is there any particular area of these historical studies or cultural studies that you have a passion for?
Well, actually, you know what? Something that I in particular have a passion for is Black history for Canadians, because a lot of people don't think that there's a lot of history here, but there is lots of African history in Canada. And
right.
So I have read a lot of books, or at least I've learned some of the history behind, especially in the U.S. and most of Africa.
Right.
Being that I'm from Malawi, I'm familiar with that history.
Right.
But then I tend to be passionate. For instance, Lincoln Alexander, the first MP in Canada.
Who was an African Canadian?
Who was an African Canadian. That's
right.
something that I've learned since I've been studying this, or at least participating in AfroQuiz.
Right. Well, in fact, I've got a couple of examples of books here. On this side, we've got a book that deals with African Albertans who founded the 20 communities, including Amber Valley.
Exactly.
And Breton. And this is locally written. And over here, Canada's most famous cowboy, John Ware, who was from the United States. So, yeah, for the people who think that there isn't any African history right here in Canada, there it is.
Definitely,
you know?
there's a lot of African history, and that's something that I'm very passionate about. I want to learn more about that.
Well, tell me about the kids, and what kind of kids get involved in AfroQuiz?
Well, we get everybody, really. People tend to think African history, Black history, maybe it's just Black people. No, but if you come here, you see that kids that are interested, we have now a lot of kids that are interacting with each other, and so we want them to come out and share a common history. It's
right.
history that made our country. And so, again, kids from age 8 we have 8 to 9 category, 10 to 11, all the way up to 16 to 18. They come out and share in that history from Canada and everywhere else.
Do you think it's important for non-African Canadians to be involved in things like AfroQuiz?
Even more so, even more so. I really think it's important that kids from all around, everywhere, wherever you're from, this is a melting pot of cultures in Canada, and it's very important that you come out. It's Black History Month is obviously something that is recognized by the province. They open up the festivities with a show here, right here in
City Hall.
In the City Hall, and everybody should come out and get involved in it because Black history is part of Canadian history.
Okay. Well, thank you very much, Siani, and good luck with AfroQuiz. And for more information, go to our website and go to the website of the Council of Canadians of African and Caribbean Heritage, which you can reach through helptv.ca. Right now, we're going to go to Kim with some resources for the month.
So today we are celebrating Black History Month, and like Malcolm mentioned, you can always check out our resources for any of the information on today's show. And no lie, today it is a fountain of knowledge of websites. Let's check out one right now. All you have to do is log on to our site, helptv.ca. In the Today tab, as you can see up top here, this is the first site here. It's a very, very informative site, The Story of Africa, provided by the BBC. So you can learn more about the living history, the West African kingdoms, traditional religions, as well as Central African kingdoms. And if you're more of a visual learner, all you have to do is click on the left here under Programs. They actually provide videos. They're about 30 minutes each that you can actually watch right on your computer. So if you'd like more information on this, log on to our site, helptv.ca. You can also email us, info@helptv.ca. We do have a giveaway today, and I guarantee you will like it. It is the 2 CDs from Brett Miles, Believe and Just Dance. I love those titles. I guarantee you'll love his music, and you can see him live if you stay tuned just in a couple minutes. First, let's go see Jenny.
Now we're back with Brett Miles and the Brett Miles Quartet, and I want to start with you for a second. You've played with some pretty big names in jazz and funk. I want to list off a few: Big Miller, Tommy Banks, James Brown, Buddy Miles. What was it like playing with these guys, and how has it affected your career?
It's always amazing to play with people. I really respected like all those names and everything. So to actually be like they hired me or to get to play with them, it was a dream come true to play with like Sam and Dave and like James Brown when he came to town here, play for him like 10 days. So it was really fun. It's like awesome. Yeah.
Definitely. Okay, you're gonna play for a song for us now.
Yeah.
What is it called again?
Okay, you with me?
I'm ready.
Okay. Bang the gong, the bang gong gong.
Okay, but you have to say it in a special way.
Right.
Bang the gong, the bang gong gong.
Yeah,
okay, I got
that's
it.
it.
All right. Okay,
All right.
take it away, guys.
Okay.
Thank you.
like that it's different than my personal culture. I like their sense of rhythm, their music, and I like their sense of community with family and so on.
Djembe's drumming, I really appreciate just the openness, I guess.
They are so close in family, so that is something that I really appreciate in African culture.
Welcome back to Help TV, and today on the show we're celebrating the month in which African Canadians look at thousands of years of cultures, history, civilizations, and so forth. And we heard Edmontonians talking about favorite aspects of that culture. And Jenny, how about yourself?
Well, I really like the music. I like the music we hear today, but I also love gospel music. And last year on Help TV, we were lucky enough to have the Soweto Gospel Choir come, and they played for they won a Grammy. Like, they were just unbelievable. This studio was like, whoa, every time they would sing, it was unbelievable, the energy, and I love that.
Yeah, no, I'm with you 100%, and that is a great choir, and it's just so, one of those nice things about music. I mean, I hate to use a cliche, but people say it's a universal language and all that, but, you just let down so many defenses when you listen to somebody else's music.
Yeah, absolutely. And who they played for, what I meant to say was Nelson Mandela and Desmond Tutu.
Wow.
Yeah,
wow.
so pretty awesome.
Nice to have those in your
They
audience.
were pretty, floored about that, too.
Yeah, I understand. Thanks a lot, Jenny. Okay, so now we are back now on the Five Artists, One Love show, the art show at the 2 Gallery with curator Darren Jordan, as well as Carl Andrew, one of the participating artists. And I just want to get a little bit more information from you, Darren, on who all is going to be in this show, or is already in the show, I should say.
Okay. There are 5 of us, and we range in ages as well as backgrounds. We have a gentleman by the name of Richard Lipscomb, who has been involved in art for many, many years. He does photorealism, beautiful work. A gentleman by the name of Shumba Ash, who I believe you'll be featuring later on.
Today. His sculptures we've already seen.
Outstanding sculptures.
Yeah.
We also have a young lady by the name of Lisa Mays, another lady who she can basically look back and see her history through Alberta here from the early 1900s. Trace it back that far.
Right.
Carla Andrew, who we have an opportunity to talk to.
Right here, yes.
And myself. So the focus has always been about diversity and celebrating that.
Yes. So, Carla, tell us about your art, and we're going to have a look at one of your pieces momentarily, but what do you try to accomplish through your work?
Well, I'm from the Caribbean, and we're all about color there. And I really believe that color is healing, and so I inject a lot of color in my work, and I also work a lot with figures, mostly women, because I think women have a lot of women have body image issues, and I think celebrate what you got,
Yeah.
and I try to inject that into my art as well.
Well, can you show us where over here? Are we looking over here, these images right here? Are the ones that are so colorful right there?
On the top.
Right.
I'm an illustrator as well, and I'm just venturing into the fine art world with this show. Thank you, Darren. And so this painting here.
Of the reclining
with
woman?
No.
Of the woman above her.
The Madonna.
And child, right?
That was an illustration to do with designer babies, how you can select your child's eye color and skin color and stuff like that.
Did that run in this magazine?
No, but this is my first magazine cover as an illustrator.
That's amazing, wow.
I'm very proud of it.
And that's a national magazine.
This is for the Alberta Heritage Foundation, and this just came out. So
wow.
I'm pretty proud of that.
That's amazing stuff.
So,
well, good for you.
Yeah.
Okay, and Darren, tell us about your work here, because we see such an astonishing use of color in your work as well.
Yes, thanks. There are a variety of different influences, and as Carla had mentioned, color is very, very important. And so I'll use familiar images.
Like these pears
like
here,
pears.
for instance, yeah.
But that's just to anchor the eye. I want people to have an opportunity to look at it and experience it on their own level. But I want them to be drawn by the color and the the imagery that they see there.
Now, given that in media we often have a lot of negative images associated with people from the African Canadian community, how do you think some of the young people who come to see the show will be changed by seeing all this beautiful artwork?
I'm hoping that, number one, they're going to realize that we're here. There are black artists here, and we are doing a variety of different works, and we're trying to step out of the confines of the stereotypes which are presented to us on a daily basis, we can experience and enjoy beautiful things.
And make them.
And make them.
Yes,
So.
okay. Well, thank you very much. The 2 Gallery is on 107th Avenue and 124th Street.
That's right.
So go to helptv.ca for information on the show, how you can get involved and check it out and buy some work. And right now we're going to go to Jenny with the Brett Miles Band.
Back with Brett here, and Brett, do you want to tell me about your CDs?
This is my jazz vocal. It's called Believe. It's really fun. And this is my funk band, funky dance music, Magilla Funk Conduit. Alive both in Megatunes, alive at CD Baby, available on iTunes.
I told him to go really fast if you're wondering, and you did a really good job of that. You also have a gig coming up with the quartet. Where's that gonna be?
We're playing at the Yardbird on February 29th.
Okay.
Yeah, I
February
called it
29th.
Leap. Because it's on leap year.
There you go.
Yeah, so.
And where can people get tickets, all that sort of thing?
Oh, at the door.
At the door?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, sounds good. Now you're going to play another song for us? What are you going to play?
We're playing a song called I Talk, Moan, Sleep, Sing, Scream, Cry While I Sleep.
Okay, and are you going to be singing and playing the sax like the last
No,
time? I noticed you were doing a little bit of singing, or you wanted to sing.
It just came over me.
Yeah.
And sometimes that happens.
Yeah,
you know?
exactly.
Yeah.
Okay, well, have fun, guys. Take it away.
Okay.